Hi, I'm Beth Graves, and thank you for joining us on the Circus Arts Spotlight. Each week, we'll shine the spotlight on the people, programs, and events of the Circus Arts Conservatory. In addition to professional and student youth performances, we'll explore incredible outreach programs and learn how the circus arts impact so many aspects of life. For more information on today's topic, or anything circus arts related, please go to our website, circusarts.org. Now, let's get started. Hi, and thanks for joining us on the Circus Arts Spotlight. Today we're going to speak with Miguel Vargas. Miguel is a fifth-generation circus performer. He has been a flying trapeze artist since he was 7 years old. Most recently, he worked as a performer in Cirque du Soleil's Nouba, and then became an artist coach with Nouba and other Cirque du Soleil shows. And I am so excited to have him with us here today. Hi, Miguel. How's it going?
Hi, Beth. How you doing? It's going well. Thank you. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. So I want to start off with your background. How did you get into the circus?
Well, for me, it was easy. I was born into the circus. I am fifth-generation circus performer. And so I grew up traveling with the circus in Mexico, United States, and all over the world. And yeah, just it was something that was very, very, something that I was used to. So I just kind of grew up in it.
So did your family fly trapeze? Is that the family act, or was there something else?
So my family used to own a circus back in Mexico, and so it was a family-owned circus. So traditionally, when it's a family-owned circus, you grow up doing a little bit of everything. So we were doing handstands, trampoline, cradle, flying trapeze, teeterboard, anything related with circus arts.
Okay, so fifth generation. Did you perform with your grandparents or any other family members besides your immediate family?
Yes, I grew up performing with my uncles. I didn't get the opportunity to perform with my grandparents. They were more of a coach, so they were the ones that were helping us getting the routines together, and then also just progressing with the routines as well. So yeah, I specialized in flying trapeze and in teeterboard. Those were my two specialties. Although I did a few of the acts growing up, but then once I started to kind of just really dedicate myself to flying trapeze and teeterboard, then I stopped doing all of the other disciplines.
So teeterboard, I'm sure a lot of the people that are listening might not know what that is. Can you give us a little description of what the teeterboard is?
Yes, of course. It's like a seesaw. One of us would be standing on one end, and then the other one, another acrobat would jump on the other end, and they would propel you into the air where you would do somersaults and flips. And you could do them to the mat, or you could do them to 1 minute high, 2 minute high, or 3 minute high, which we call the pyramid.
Okay. And so does your family's circus when you were growing up, were they mainly in the U.S. or Mexico, or where was like your home base?
Our home base ended up being here in Florida. That's where we would call home because we started working and performing with Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus. And so when we first arrived here in the United States, but for the most part, home was the road. We used to travel together as a family, and the family was always together, just going from different states, different countries, and just, performing all over the world.
So earlier we were speaking with Kelly Fairchild, who works for the Circus Arts Conservatory, and she also grew up on a traveling circus. And she was telling us about how she went to school on the road. Did you basically do school on the road?
Yes, we did. We had a tutor that used to travel with the circus, and we used to have a certain number of hours that we would have to do in a week in order for to be able to perform. So yeah, definitely we were homeschooled, and I actually had a couple of tutors that I learned a lot of really valuable lessons that I still reflect up on till this day.
Wow, so that's interesting that you had tutors traveling with you. So you never really attended
Yeah,
any like regular school?
I did. I attended first grade and second grade, just
Oh,
because I wanted to try just the regular school, if I may. And so my family decided to put me in the first grade and then made it to the second grade. But then I realized that my true passion and what I really enjoyed most was to be in the circus. And since we were lucky enough for the circus to provide a tutor that traveled, with my parents were like, okay, then you can continue on traveling with us.
and was that when they were with the Ringling Brothers?
Yeah, we did nine seasons with the Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus, and we were there from 1989 to 1997.
Wow. So did you live on a train?
I did for a few of those years, and then but mainly for the rest of the years that we were there traveling with them, we used to live in RVs, RV trailers.
Oh, okay. Because I've heard some really fun stories about living on the trains. The clowns that I have spoken to really seem to have enjoyed that. So
Oh
I think
yeah, it's yeah. Sorry, it's great. No, we used to call them the train rides, and so that was when the circus would move from one city to the next. So they were really fun because you got to just see like the beautiful landscape as you're traveling from one city to the other. And a lot of the times, some of those trips used to last one day or maybe even up to 2 days. So it was a really beautiful way to see what a beautiful country the United States is, and just going through the lakes and the mountains, and it was a very beautiful experience.
I think I would really enjoy that.
Yeah,
I think it's
no,
like you're forced.
it,
No, you go ahead.
and I was gonna say, yeah, it is, and to get to share with all the people that you perform with, and people that are your friends, and it's a wonderful experience to share with others for sure.
Yeah, it just sounds really fun. So does your family still perform?
No, they're still a part of the circus. They have moved on and done. Some of them coach. Some of them do more of the technical aspects of what entails of a performance. And I have a few cousins and a few uncles that still perform, but the majority of my family have either just you know transitioned on to different departments within the circus, but they stopped performing.
Oh, okay. So I'm wondering if you could share some of your favorite circus memories with us.
Oh, I have so many. It's really difficult to choose, but the first time that I performed on the flying trapeze, I just remember just the feeling of putting on my costume, and just really feeling so excited to be able to share the spotlight with my family, and just to be of something that was very inspiring, and then just to hear the people's reaction to the performance, to what we were doing, and to be able to have done that with my family, and then also to all of the friends that I just got to be really close with, from different parts of the world, different cultures, different backgrounds, and I've learned a lot. Just really getting to know people from different countries and different parts of the world.
That's funny because that was one of my questions. I'm sure you meet circus artists from all over the world. Do you keep in touch with any of them? So do you keep in touch with them?
I do quite a few, and we always have an expression and a saying in the circus. We always say, "See you down the road," because you have tours or seasons that you get to perform with select acts and families that travel together for the tour or the season, and then you go do different shows, different circuses. So You get to be close with them for 1 or 2 years, and then you don't see them for another a year because you're doing different engagements and different shows that you're performing in. But then sooner or later you meet back up again. So that's where the expression "see you down the road," and it's great because I grew up with a lot of friends that even though we might not be in touch on a daily basis, sooner or later we kind of run into each other, and it's almost like we didn't we just saw each other yesterday. So I do still keep in touch with a lot of my friends, and a lot of them we just kind of perform together or through mutual circus friends as well.
That's great. That is really great. So, what were some of your favorite places to perform?
So the Madison Square Garden was one of my favorite places to perform, just because it's such an iconic arena, and just all of the events that have gone through there, and it just holds such an incredible energy. Just being inside the arena, you definitely feel how special it is to be a part of. Just having the ability to perform and display our artistic acts there in front of all of those people, and that was definitely one of the top places that I've had the privilege of working. I actually worked in Circus Sarasota as well, and that was one of the first times that we had gone back to working in a tent after spending so many years with Ringling and being on tours that were in buildings and in arenas. So to be able to go and perform in the tent, there was something really special that I hadn't known that I missed it so much, that it was really nice to relive that.
So, do you prefer a tent over an arena, or what are the differences?
I think that the differences are, well, some of the arenas are legendary, as I mentioned. The Madison Square Garden, the Los Angeles Sports Arena as well too, and the Superdome, and we were just at the Royal Albert Hall in London. So they've been there for a really long time, and they've had all kinds of, not just circus, but artists from music to theater, and to just kind of, as I mentioned, just have a special energy within them. But the tent, I think, with the tent, it's a little bit more of the atmosphere. It's a bit more intimate. You can kind of really see details of the performance, and to really see the skills, and to really see the energy that the artists give, and to really feel that from the audience as well too. You hear the response a lot more, and you feel the response a lot more clear, and I think that that's one of the things that I really like about performing in the tent.
That's very interesting. I honestly hadn't thought about that before, but you're right. The intimacy of the tent is not only great for the people watching, but it's great for the performers because they can feed off the energy of the crowd a little easier.
Yeah, no, definitely. Especially when it's a good crowd, and just that we do feed off of each other, and it's something. It makes for really interesting and special performances.
Yeah. So you were with La Nouba for quite a few years. Not La Nouba, I'm sorry, Cirque du Soleil, but La Nouba too. Can you tell us a little bit about your Cirque du Soleil years?
Yeah, so as I mentioned, I grew up traveling with my family, so traveling all over the world. And in 2006, I got the opportunity to join Cirque du Soleil. But the only thing that made me hesitate a little bit was because I had to leave my family act and just perform for the first time without my family, and just be a part of a completely different group. And for me, it wasn't so much of not feeling that I would be able to adapt and perform with